We've got the great Viva Frei, who is joining us now. Viva has a little bit of announcement that he wants to make, and I want to make sure we have him here. Do we have him? And I'm not going to steal his thunder. I'm not going to steal it. I did kind of mention it in the other segment, but I wanted to bring him on to say thank you for being willing to do this. I know it was kind of a last minute thing, a lot of phone calls, a lot of texts, a late night secret meeting in Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, right? That we don't need to get too into, but Viva, tell us, what are you up to this week?
Well, you're going to start rumors that are a little bit more serious than the actual. The news is that I'm going to be doing.
Did you actually wait? Hold on. Wait. Pump the brakes. You were just in Las Vegas over the weekend. You're a lawyer. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were in Las Vegas getting married. Were you involved with the Bennifer wedding? Tell us the truth.
Yeah, I am the wettest of wet blankets. I go to bed early. Nothing good happens after midnight, especially in Vegas. So I was in bed early after dinner with Robert Barnes both nights, speaking at a conference, the Freedom Fest, with James O'Keefe on a panel.
Wait. You were at dinner with him, not in bed, right?
I was in dinner with Barnes and then in bed later alone. I'm a married man.
Gotcha. Right, that was separate. Okay.
The big news for this week, I'm going to be doing exclusive analysis for the post-millennial. At the end of the day, 20 to 25-minute recap analysis of what's going on with the Bannon trial. I mean, the question is whether or not it's going to be able to fill 25 minutes, because what's going to go on with the Bannon trial? Jury selection, federal court, it goes exceedingly quickly. Lord knows what due diligence anyone's going to be able to do of meaningful due diligence of the jury, which wouldn't change much because it's going to be 95 plus, if not 100%, Democrat, anti-Trump, and anti-Steve Bannon, to be expected. And then what's left of Bannon's defenses? What's left to prove from the prosecution? Did you receive the subpoena? Did you respect the subpoena? Yes and no. Case closed.
So this is huge, right? You're going to be producing and performing, hosting basically, a limited podcast series all about the trial of Steve Bannon. It's coming out through Post Millennial. And I want to get into that and break that down just a little bit more. We've got a couple of minutes left because we haven't covered it yet. What do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't have defenses left? Why were defenses taken away from him? What's the update there on that?
So my understanding, and bear in mind, everybody, I'm a Canadian lawyer. I mean, contempt is contempt, and we have contempt in Canada. We have criminal and civil contempt. My understanding is that the judge, who happens to be a Trump appointee, has limited potential defenses of Steve Bannon, such as professional reliance, such as raising constitutional arguments about the legitimacy of the committee itself, which would undermine the validity of any subpoena issued by an unlawfully formed committee. The judge said, professional reliance, you don't get to invoke as a defense. These are questions of law and not questions of fact to be submitted to a jury. So, and this is the thing, in a jury trial, the jury is the trier of fact. The judge is the gatekeeper for legal questions of admissibility of evidence. So the judge has already limited what would effectively be Bannon's material defenses. I understand that he's saved these objections for appeal so that if, or I will say when, he's convicted, you can have appeal arguments on these questions of law. Was the committee formed validly in the first place to ever issue lawfully binding subpoenas? And can you invoke professional reliance? I was told that I had executive privilege and therefore was not compelled to testify. We'll see. But as far as the facts go, he received a subpoena. He did not respect the subpoena. Why he didn't is now effectively irrelevant. What's left to try? And so we'll see where it goes. They'll form the jury. They'll go through the motion. He'll get convicted. And then it's going to be a question, as far as I'm concerned, the degree of the injustice is going to be what is the sentence for defying a congressional subpoena. I think the last person convicted was, what's his name, Libby, back in Watergate.
Liddy.
Yeah,
Watergate,
G. Gordon
looked
Liddy.
it up.
I think it was
50
the last
years.
Well, it was a long time ago, and the circumstances were somewhat different. There's no question in my mind, Bannon did not respect the subpoena. Whether or not it was a strategic play, we'll see. But this is a political prosecution in terms of who they decide to go after, who they will convict, and who they acquit. Lest we forget, in recent memory, Michael Sussman, dead to rights in his lying to the FBI. Dead to rights.
In writing.
Acquitted.
Actually, yes. In writing.
In writing, billing the Clinton campaign for the meeting with the FBI that he said he was not there representing a client. Dead to rights. Acquitted. So it's a two-tiered political system.
Viva, thank you again. Congratulations on the announcement, the limited series podcast. Where can people go to follow you, and where can they follow more of these developments as the case continues?
Well, you can follow me, Viva Frei on YouTube, Viva Frei on Rumble, vivabarneslaw.locals.com on Locals for some daily stuff. And in the evening, I think you're going to find the exclusive analysis on the post-millennial.
Oh, fantastic. Cannot wait to see that personally myself. I know there's going to be a lot going on, but it's amazing to have you on board. I know the War Room Posse is going to look forward to that because we want to know everything that's going on here in the Imperial Capital.